Naresh. I'm having around 11 plus years of SAP domain experience where I've been covering multiple roles in SAP in the last 11 plus years, starting from as SAP App HR technical programmer, followed by I've been into SAP HCM functional consulting, and from past 5.5 years, I've been into SuccessFactors. Okay, so this is about me as a professional SAP SuccessFactors and complete SAP professional. And when it comes to my experience as a trainer, so I've been delivering SuccessFactors training since 3.5 years, and where I've trained over 550 participants across the globe, like from US, UK, Australia, Middle East, and India. And prior to that, I have been handling even SAP HCM trainings, where I even trained over 100 plus participants in a span of 2 years on SAP HCM as well. So this is about me both as a real-time professional on SAP and SuccessFactors basically, and when it comes to even my trainer experience, so almost around nearly 6 years of experience in training as well. And coming to my credentials with respect to SuccessFactors, yeah, I'm a professional certified SuccessFactors consultant, and I do hold certifications on all these 5 major areas like employee central, performance and goal management, recruiting management, succession and career development planning, all the below modules mentioned over here. So this is about me at a high level, gentlemen. That gives you complete high level profile about myself. Okay, so going further, I would also like to take all ER intros as well. That will actually help us in getting understand with ER backgrounds and to give you the exact examples what you would be familiar with based on your experience. Okay. And make sure everybody or all of your devices are muted, gentlemen. So if you have any question, you can unmute it so that we can avoid some background noises to the others as well. Okay. So now in this session, first of all, I would like to give you a recap of the things that we actually discussed at a high level demo. Okay, so what are success factors, the modules that we have in it, what is a cloud platform, all those things. We'll have a recap of it because it's been already 1 week that the demo has been done. Definitely, and also a few of you are joining for the first time as well. So for the benefit of everyone, we'll be looking into the basics of success factors, what we have to start with. Slowly we'll gear up the things in the coming up sessions. So now here I would like to start with the main content, like what is success factors. So the most of you are already aware of what is success factors. Few of you are having a variable knowledge on it, like it's like few things you know about it, few things you are still yet to know about it, and for a few of you it is completely a new product. For the benefit of everyone, so let me just make it more clear for you now at this platform. So gentlemen, basically success factors is a HR solution, and it is a cloud based. So those are the two main things that we have to notice here. Success factors is a cloud based HR solution. So when we say HR solution, of course, the way right from the employee to be hired into the company through the recruitment process, the way you start hiring him, and then till he is being separated from the company, either he's being terminated or with a voluntary resignation, he's leaving the organization. So the end-to-end activities of processes, whatever you deal with an employee in an organization, is what the HR solution is. So the way how you carry out all these activities digitally in a success factors kind of a system is what the digital HR solutions mean. So here, when it comes to success factors, we have multiple solutions for this, gentlemen. So the way how you can have the recruitment process done, we have a recruitment management module. Once the candidates got selected and we are going to hire him as the employees in the organization, you have employee central as a module in which the employees can be hired into the system. Their employment data records can be maintained in the system, and then once we maintain their employee records, they have to be their data has to be regularly updated with respect to any changes, promotions, transfer records, salary changes, all that, the data maintenance, and followed by other solutions like performance management to every year set their goals and measure their performance achievements, learning management system for the employees to be given with a platform for self-learnings or manager nominated learnings or department nominated trainings kind of. So they need to have an LMS platform to enhance their skills, career development programs. Like this, various solutions are part of SuccessFactors, through which right from recruiting, maintaining his employment record, and the other employee engagement solutions like this performance, career development planning, LMS, all this end to end is what the SuccessFactors complete suite is. Okay, it has all these modules of around 10 solutions in it. So now if you see the second point on my screen, it clearly mentions SuccessFactors is a combination of HR and talent solutions, guys. So HR and core HR and talent solutions. That is, a customer going for SuccessFactors need not look out of the SuccessFactors suite for any other product. Say for performance product, some other third-party vendor, for reporting, some third-party vendor, for recruiting a third-party vendor, they need not go out of it. Once they come into SuccessFactors, they can enjoy all the features within it. They have all the features within it. That is the SuccessFactor entire suite is. So right from the core HR module, which we call it as Employee Central, the core HR module is actually the Employee Central, and after Employee Central, we have the other rest of the talent solutions like recruiting, learning management, career development planning, performance management. All that will be called under the talent solutions. Only Employee Central is what that falls under the core HR part, the very most important module in the current market. That is a bit. And the next important factor why SuccessFactors is so much successful in the global market in the last span of last 7-8 years, the way how it got established its product line here in the market is the way how it can be deployed to the customers. That is, SuccessFactors can be deployed to the customers in two main approaches, guys: standalone and hybrid. So the third point that is mentioned on my screen, if you see, standalone and hybrid as the two solutions. So standalone means if a customer is planning to go for SuccessFactors today with entire capabilities of SuccessFactors, using all the solutions of SuccessFactors, recruiting solution of SuccessFactors, performance solution of SuccessFactors, learning management, employee central, everything of SuccessFactors only, then that is a standalone system. Whatever might be their old existing system, they are going to leave that system and they are coming into SuccessFactors completely. That is one way. And or else if a customer wants to start with SuccessFactors, their journey of SuccessFactors with only 1 or 2 modules slowly. First, they want to implement 2 modules, any of the 2 solutions in SuccessFactors. They want to use it for a period of 3 months or 6 months. They want to experience it. Once they find the confidence and everything goes good, then they want to implement the rest of the modules kind of. In that approach, few of the modules are on SuccessFactors. The remaining solutions are still on their old HR system. Only 1 or 2 modules they opted in SuccessFactors. The remaining HR solutions are still on the old system. So then the integration between the systems would be required, because the employee data is something spread in this system, something maintained in the other system. We need an integration between the systems. That is where we call hybrid solutions. So both the standalone approaches or the hybrid approaches are definitely compatible in SuccessFactors implementations with all the help of the middleware platforms for integrations. So that is again a very important factor why SuccessFactors is easily to be opted by customers. It's not that they are forced or they have to take a big decision in going towards SuccessFactors. They can start with 1 or 2 modules, they can experience it, and they can also continue at a later point with the rest of the implementation. So this is what basically SuccessFactors is, the multiple modules that it actually has including it, and the different ways we can actually deploy it to the customers and all, gentlemen. That is at the first level that I want to basically give you an idea. Second thing is, we are actually aware about SuccessFactors since last 8 years mostly. So most of us are actually hearing about SuccessFactors maximum from last 7-8 years. Okay, few of you might be just hearing it from just 1 year or just 2 years or just 3 years also. But of course, SAP acquired SuccessFactors in 2011 December. In 2011 December, remember here carefully, I am saying SAP acquired SuccessFactors. That means SAP is SuccessFactors is not SAP's own product actually. SuccessFactors used to be an independent product where they have started their journey in 2002, guys. SuccessFactors has started with one single module called PMGM in 2002, and for a period of 10 years they have been leading this cloud-based HR solutions market. So right from 2002 to 2011, they are working on only these cloud-based solutions. Right from day one, they are in this cloud-based platform. Okay, they first started with PMGM as one of the module. Later on, year by year, they have been developing few more additional solutions, and for a period of 10 years, they are the cloud-based HR solutions provider with respect to talent solutions. Talent solutions is where you don't have the capability of employee hiring, promotions, transfers, terminations, such kind of things you cannot do. For an already properly hired employee in some other system, here they can run the performance management for them, they can run the learning management for them, they can run the talent solutions like career development planning for them. So like this, all the other employee engagement solutions is what SuccessFactors could handle, but the actual core process of hiring, promotions, transfers, terminations, such kind of things are not part of it. So that is where in 2011, after SAP acquired SuccessFactors, they introduced this core important module of Employee Central, where now Employee Central, along with the other previously already established talent solutions, with all this combination, SAP SuccessFactors is leading the market, guys. And today, just even SuccessFactors Employee Central got launched only in 2012. It has become the very most important prominent module in the entire suite. Okay, so that is one. And today, when 2020, SuccessFactors is currently supported in 40 languages, in 40 prominent languages across the globe, and with its application applicable in 168 countries across the globe, guys. So 168 countries across the globe is where SuccessFactors is applicable. That clearly shows us the global consulting opportunities that we have with SuccessFactors. Okay, so that is where it has started and where it stands today in the global market. And next thing is, what about this cloud? So I've been repeatedly mentioning SuccessFactors is a cloud-based HR solutions. So yes, definitely it is a cloud-based HR solution, and we have to agree that today it is a global market leader in this category of solutions. But what is this cloud? Why are we having that much of attention or importance being given towards SuccessFactors cloud solution as a cloud? So what is this cloud is, guys? So the way how we are using our various applications like our Facebook, LinkedIn, our Gmails, our Office, Outlook mails, all these various applications, what we are actually already used in our day-to-day business activities or regular personal activities is what already dependent on cloud actually. The single line meaning of cloud is remotely hosting the data wherever we maintain that data is not bothered about us. Okay, we trust LinkedIn, we trust Facebook, okay, we trust Gmail. So we load a lot of data into them, and the data is hosted by those organizations in their servers or in their databases somewhere, and we access them on demand whenever we require. Okay, say example, you attach a document into Gmail. Even after 10 years, if you want to access it, you can access it. You upload a photo or a Facebook into what do you say, into the Facebook. So that photo or video, you can even access it after 10 years from anywhere, anytime, any part of the globe, from any device. So where is this file hosted till now? Is where? In the Facebook servers, somewhere in the globe. You don't know where the Facebook server is, whether it is in US or it's in Mexico, or whether it is in Saudi Arabia or it is in India itself. You don't know that. So this way of remotely hosting the data and accessing the data on demand whenever you require is the cloud-based solution. And for this, you just need an internet connection. You just need an internet connection. SuccessFactors is not a software that you are going to install. It's just an internet connection through which you are able to access SuccessFactors. The way you access LinkedIn, the way you access Facebook, all through the internet browser, and you type the URL and you access it with the proper authentication, login ID, password. Similarly, even SuccessFactors is. So SuccessFactors is not a software that you have to treat it as. It is a service for us. SuccessFactors is a service. We log into it with the proper credentials, and we maintain the data, we create the data, we can view the data, we can access the data, all that. So this way of remotely hosting the customer data in some other part of the globe anywhere and accessing the data on demand whenever we require in our day-to-day business operations is what the SuccessFactors model is technically called as a SaaS model, guys. Software as a service model. Here SuccessFactors is treated as a service. So previously in our previous days, in almost like in the recent years also, all these Java based, .NET based, or any other platform based technologies or applications where customers have their database on their office. If we are implementing some software for a customer, all the data is in one server, and that server is in the customer office. Customer is handling that hardware part, that server part. But now they did not do it. So they did not have that risk of maintaining the hardware, taking care of the hardware, backup servers, all this they did not handle. It is all the responsibility of the official SAP. They host the cloud servers. And those remote locations where the customer servers are all hosted are called as data centers, gentlemen. Okay, so in the remote locations where the customer servers are all hosted are called data centers, and currently SAP has around 15 data centers across the globe. A couple of examples of them are data center number 2, which is in Amsterdam, and data center number 10, which is in Sydney, Australia. So these are a couple of examples. We also have a couple of them in North America, one in Saudi Arabia, one in South Africa, like this, one in Singapore. Like this, across the globe, we have around 15 data centers currently operating that are maintained and managed by SAP totally. They are not outsourced. All the data centers are maintained and even managed by SAP totally. They are not outsourced at all. Okay, so this is a way how the SaaS model mean. So what is a SaaS model, or what is this cloud model, is all about this. The remotely hosting the data and accessing the data on demand whenever we require. Okay, and the next point that we have to understand is the advantages, guys. The reasons for why should we go for this kind of an approach. What is that attracts the market in this approach? Okay, is that the reduced efforts that the customers face with respect to the time, money, completely. That is, the first part is, when I say hardware part, the very first point that we have to see the hardware part. Customer need not invest anything on hardware. The time or the money, anything, they need not invest on the hardware. So they need not buy the servers, they need not buy the backup servers, they need not allocate a dedicated room for servers, they need not plan for power backups for the servers, they need not hire any consultant network people, network engineers for that handling of servers, nothing. And whenever any company maintaining the servers, they will have the annual maintenance cost, AMC cost, for the annual maintenance related from the hardware teams, from the organization where they have actually purchased the servers for the maintenance of it. They need one more AMC every year, they'll be renewed. So even that is not required. So all this is what that is going to be reduced, and that reduces the total project cost, guys. The total ownership of the project cost will be reduced. So this is where that is a commercial benefit to the customers. This is the very first important go-to-market point for SuccessFactors product. And then we have the licensing model. So licensing model is again like every year, normally the licenses are to be renewed for the customers. So SuccessFactors is on a license-based model, where if you are using 1,000 employees, if 1,000 employees are going to use SuccessFactors, 1,000 licenses will be taken. So if you want to renew it for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, you can do like that, but minimum 1 year is the renewal period, and the renewal costs are very much within the commercial budgets of the customers. So that is one beautifully designed method. Say if a customer has employees like 200 employees who are completely illiterate, they can't access the system, they are just the peons, or they are the car drivers, these kind of people who don't even access the system. Even if they purchase only 800 licenses, leaving those 200 employees, for few of the modules, SuccessFactors even supports that. So that way they have beautifully designed this approach of licensing. So that is where again commercially the customers are benefited. So that is also a reduced cost. And today if I implement 2 modules, I have to pay the licenses for only those 2 modules. It's not the complete product of SuccessFactors, the cost is. Okay, so the per 1 year per 1 user, the license cost, if you have only 1 module or if you have 7-8 modules, the cost will differ, guys. So that will be like around $18 per year per user, some $180, like that. They have some costing, okay, based on the number of modules that you are implementing. So Employee Central is one of the costliest license per user. Also per head it will charge a little bit more within the cost of one Employee Central license. When it comes to other talent solutions, you can cover 2-3 modules in that cost. So like that. So that detail like costing part, it will be only available with the sales teams. We cannot get it in detail. The next one is the regular release management. So SuccessFactors comes up with the updates every 6 months, guys. Every 6 months you'll be having the updates on the SuccessFactors product. That is with respect to the new features of the functionalities, and with respect to the any bug fixes on the previous releases or new screen improvements like this. They will keep on releasing the updates every 6 months. So that is one good feature, that the customers can avail all those new updates completely free of cost. They need not pay any additional charges, and they don't require any technical team support in achieving this in utilizing these latest updates. The way as simple as we update our mobile apps, going into the going into the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your mobiles, the way we update our apps, as simple as that, you can update all the new updates that are coming in the SuccessFactors product as well. So that is one more good point with respect to the release management. So where the commercially again the customers are very much benefited. They need not invest on any new updates and all. It's completely free of cost every 6 months. SF will also be giving us with the latest approaches on the latest practices, on the latest technologies, latest screen UI improvements, processes and all. So that is one good thing. And last, of course, the accessibility. SuccessFactors product can be definitely accessible. So not only SuccessFactors, any cloud-based solutions can be accessible anytime, anywhere, any part of the globe from any device. Same like the way you use your Facebook or LinkedIn or something. The way how you can open that from anywhere. Yeah, either you are in India or you're in Russia or in Saudi or in US, any part of the globe, that doesn't matter. It's just an internet connection with a proper authentication is what that requires. So these are all the advantages of a SaaS platform or a cloud platform. End of the day, the advantages today we have with SuccessFactors, obviously. Okay, so this is what to understand about the area what we are now migrating our career towards. So all of you guys, when we are now deciding our career path towards SuccessFactors, this is what we have to understand. What actually SuccessFactor is, where it has started and what it is today, what all we get through it, and why are customers looking for it, what it can actually, the way how it can actually change the way the customers are using their system. What is the difference from difference of this SuccessFactors as a cloud product from the traditional approaches is all this. Okay, so any questions still here, gentlemen? Okay, so now let me just show you the list of the different modules of SuccessFactors. So all the modules of SuccessFactors I'm just listing in one single screen. Just a moment. Yeah, so these are all the various modules, right, from starting from the Employee Central till one of the smallest application called Jam. So we have all these areas. So Employee Central, Performance Management, Recruiting Management, so LMS, Career Development Planning, like this various solutions. So out of which those 4 areas what we highlighted in the green color or those that we have in our curriculum. Of course, those are the top doing modules with respect to career opportunities as well in the global market. Okay, so this is the entire list of modules that we have where a customer going for SuccessFactors can utilize these kinds of various solutions actually. And all these modules are actually classified into different categories, guys. So that is like we have 4 categories into which they are classified. So the core HR solutions, talent solutions, analytics, and social collaboration platform. So core HR solution is all about the employee center, as I've been mentioning, which takes care about the complete hire to retire activities of the employees. And then talent solutions. So talent solution is where we have recruiting management, we have the performance and goal management, compensation, learning management, all these other talent areas, which is the employee engagement part, the employee engagement solutions that come out of the talent solutions. And we have one dedicated area in the name of workforce analytics and planning, where workforce analytics is totally with respect to the advanced reporting. Every report SuccessFactors will already give the minimum required reporting with respect to tiles, dashboards, the report, Excel based outputs, everything. But beyond that, very advanced reporting tools is where we can get actually through the 3-dimensional reports, all that. under the HR analytics part, which is the workforce analytics and planning module, which is dedicatedly for the advanced analytics part. And then we also have a last one called JAM. So it's a social collaborative platform called JAM, JAM, JAM. It doesn't have any full form for it. It's simply called as JAM. So this is similarly like again a social networking like Facebook. The way you have the Facebook wall, you have Facebook pages. You can create, you can post some videos, photographs, some messages on the wall kind of. Similar way, you can also make use of that JAM as a solution, but JAM is purely for employees of one organization. Within the employees of one organization, this acts as a collaborative platform. Say if your organization is an MNC organization having employees located in different parts of the globe, so this gives you a platform where all those employees can get collaborated at one location. So the employees of Bangalore location, the employees of London location, employees of China in some Beijing location, like this in various parts of the globe, if the employees are there, this is a platform where they can share the updates of their own locations, any events happening in their locations. They can post the photographs, videos of that events. They can write some articles, like in LinkedIn, the way we write articles, we can write some articles. We can conduct some surveys, some polling questions, all these various things that can be achieved through the JAM as a solution, which again is just an add-on application. You don't have any separate certification for this. It's not considered as a module at all. The last one, JAM, is not at all considered as a module, guys. It's just an add-on application. It doesn't have any certification the way we have for any other modules and all. Okay. So this is about to give you a clarity about all the modules that we have in store for SuccessFactors cloud part. Okay. And then, so after all this, the next thing is to give you also an idea of how the SuccessFactors systems look like. So basically, SuccessFactors systems are of two parts, gentlemen. So we have in the architectural view of SuccessFactors, when we regularly start using the SuccessFactors system. So these are the two systems: provisioning system and the instance system. The provisioning system and the instance system are the two different systems that we actually have, where provisioning system is called the back end of SuccessFactors and instance system is called the front end of SuccessFactors. Next, the back end and the front end, where the provisioning, which is a back end system, is only accessible by SuccessFactors certified consultants like us. So if you see the point that I mentioned under provisioning, only accessible to PS consultants. So PS is nothing but the certified consultants will be called as professional services consultants. That is what we call it as PS consultants. Professional services consultants are the PS consultants, what is the short form they are called as. So only SuccessFactors certified consultants can access the provisioning side of the system, where a customer even investing lakhs of rupees in the implementation, they don't get the access to the provisioning system at all. It is only the front-end instance system on which they can actually log in. And one more thing that I have to make it clear, guys, for the people who are not aware, SuccessFactors is such a HR solution where it is not only the HR department will use it. Every employee can use it. It's like a ESS system, employee self-service system. It's an employee portal. It's kind of an employee portal in the organization. It will act as. Every employee of that company will have the access into that portal, that is into the SuccessFactors solution, and they can do various things in this. They can find their own data, they can find their colleagues' data, they can update their data, they can apply for leave request, like this various things we can do with SuccessFactors. They can run their performance processes, they can create their goals, they can record their achievements. Okay, they can nominate themselves for some trainings in the company, some training programs through LMS solution. Like this, various things the employees can do by logging into this SuccessFactors system. Okay, so every employee of an organization will have the access to the SuccessFactors system. It is not only the HR department. So in SAP HCM level, there is a restriction that everybody will not get the access into the SuccessFactors system. I'm sorry, the SAP HCM system. It's only the HRs will handle it. And if they have a ESS as a additional thing that they have implemented, then only the employees will have the access. But in SuccessFactors, it's by default, everybody will have the access into the SuccessFactors system. Okay. So that is where that system where everybody can access once the SuccessFactors is implemented is the instance side of the system, where every employee can every day log in. They can do some requests, workflow, or some they can apply for a leave, they can ask for a transfer, they can ask for a promotion, kind of different requests. So that can go for the managers, HRs, HODs for approval. Approval mechanisms will happen. Like this, various things can happen in the SuccessFactors instance side of the system. So this way, two systems we have. So let me just give you a glance of how the instance part of the system looks like in this first session here. So that gives you a clarity of how the navigations of the system look like or not. Okay, just a moment. Any other questions in the meanwhile, gentlemen? Just opening the system. Yeah. So the one that I'm now projecting is the SuccessFactors instance system, the front-end system where all the employees of the company, once the implementation has been done and the project is gone live, every employee will look at this kind of a screen, SuccessFactors portal, you can call. So this is the screen where that is of course totally customizable as per the customer requirement. This best run is a standard SuccessFactors related one logo. So that can be updated with the customer's logo. At the background blue color, if you want to update with some other shades of the color, you can update the colors. Or if you want to completely replace with some customer specific background images, you can also do that. So everything what you see here on the home page can be customizable. Even the text what you are seeing in the black color, the button, the login button what you are seeing in the blue color, everything can be updated as per your customizations or tailoring that we have to do. Okay, that is one. And once we log in, gentlemen, so I am an admin in the system, I have an admin access into it, the super admin access into it. So I'm just logging in as admin into it, where I being an admin, all the modules of SuccessFactors are all being to be shown to me. So here I don't have a restriction into any of these areas. So it's not only about employee central, PMGM, recruitment, kind of 2 or 3 modules. All the modules what SuccessFactor has, everything can be seen in the system by me now. Okay, I'll just show you that. So whenever we log in, guys, it brings us to the landing page or the home page. The first page what we see, we can call it as a landing page or a home page. So this is a page that will contain a lot of square shaped and rectangular shaped tiles. Square shaped and rectangular shaped tiles, all these tiles. So all these tiles are nothing but the quick links. They act as a quick links to some other internal parts of the SuccessFactors system. That is, first of all, here if you see on the home drop down, so here it shows you the list of various areas that we can access through this SuccessFactors solution. So the goals module, performance module, compensation management, career development planning, succession planning, recruiting. Like this, we have multiple areas into which you can actually navigate, guys. So those are the navigations into various individual modules. Apart from that, within that module, the various areas that you actually have to navigate within the module are the quick links that are present here. So here you have a direct link access to the timesheet page. So the leave application, sorry, not the timesheet, time off page. Time off is nothing but the leave application. So in SuccessFactors, time off is a word that represents the leave management. So time off is a leave application page where it can redirect you by the single click. My profile is a page, it's kind of a complete employee file. So each and every minute detail of an employee information, like all the categories of informations like his personal details, his email IDs, his phone numbers, his national IDs, his passport details, dependent details, salary details, everything will be under the profile page. And we also have a navigation into the org chat. Org chat is all about the employee manager relationships hierarchy it will show. So who is the CEO? Under CEO, who are the reporting people, the next level, some vice presidents or presidents. Under them, some directors. Under them, some management. So like my general managers, deputy managers, like that, few managers. Next, under them, there are some project leads. Under them, there are some consultants, developers, whatever you see. So that depends upon the designations totally depend upon the industry. So that is the whatever is industry specific, we can have the hierarchy of all the people that shows us who reports to whom, that org chart. This all that have the quick link access. With a single click we can navigate into that internal parts, and you have few tiles which are analytics related. So these are something that will be very much important for the top management, executive managements. So whenever they need a data, they are not interested in Excel outputs. You download an Excel output and you say there are 100 records which belong to our query, like 100 employees in US they are present, 100 employees in UK they are present, there are 200 female employees, there are 300 male employees. It's not in that way. By downloading the XML, download the Excel output, they don't prefer. They would prefer this kind of a graphical analysis. Okay, with this, as soon as they log in on their front end home page, the different kinds of graphical dashboards is what they would expect. So these kinds of fingertip access to various data analysis is also part on the home page that we can actually establish. So here it shows the gender based dashboard, and here it shows the nationality based. Among the various employees in this company, the employees are of different nationalities. Major share of the employees are of US, fewer of Germany nationality, fewer of Australia nationality, like this various employees. That shows the complete picture here. And just coming to the very top, the very first one that we see is a to-do list, guys. So the to-do list is also one beautiful feature where the current logged in person, whoever logged in, either it might be a CEO or a HOD or it's a normal employee, anybody, when they log in their login currently under their name, what are the pending activities is what that will be displayed under the to-do list. So under employee central, are there any requests that he has to approve? Under recruiting management, are there any job requisitions or the interviews that he has to close? Under performance management, any reviews, mid-year review, year-end reviews, anything that has to be set or that has to be reviewed for their subordinates by this manager. All such things will appear here under the to-do list, guys. Okay, and this is a default feature. We need not even configure anything. So system will automatically keep on reading any pending activities across any modules for this individual, and they'll be brought onto the front end and they'll display in the to-do list. So this way, the home page will contain a lot of content. The quick links, the data analysis, the to-do list, various things on the home page. And we can also customize this home page as per our requirements as well by bringing some custom tiles over here. So each and every square shaped and rectangular shaped items, what we see here, are called as tiles, TILE tile. So we can also bring up some custom tiles as per the customer specific information to be displayed also, where in our coming up session soon, we'll be also looking into the tiles, the custom tiles, the way how we can build them. Okay, so we can completely personalize this home page or customize this home page according to the customer requirement. We'll also be looking into that. Okay, and here in the instance part, so we also have the navigation into one thing at the ending called admin center, guys. So in between, these are all the navigation into some modules, where at the end you have a navigation into admin center, where that admin center is something again only the consultants who are implementing the project and the administrators who are the nominated administrators in the company who will run the system after the go live. So that administrators, only these set of people will have the access to the admin center. Okay, so the normal employees will not have the access to admin center. Even head of the department will not have an admin center. Even a CEO will not have the admin center. Those people who are required to handle some configuration related items only will have the access to the admin center. So here in the admin center, we will have the detailed configuration blocks of all the modules. If you want to work on the goal management configurations, you will come under this. There are few options through which you can actually carry out the goal management configurations. Similarly, performance management configurations, you have few options. Under recruiting management options, okay, so employee files is all about the employee central related. One second, this one, this employee files is all about the employee central related. Succession planning, compensation management, variable pay, various modules like this. For all the modules, you have the detailed config options that are well segregated here. And scrolling down, you'll also find the area where you can work on the employee data, guys. That is, if you want to reset the employee passwords, If anybody has forgot their password and they came to you as an admin, the way you have to change their password and help them with a new password, or there are any new employees joining in the organization, if you want to send a welcome mail to them on the day one, as a HR admin, if they have to send a welcome mail, they have a welcome mail option. And to work on the employees permissions, we have the set user permissions as an area where we'll have a dedicated session on the permissions part, the way how we have to create and handle them. So we'll also discuss on the permissions part, set user permissions. Under this, permission groups, permission roles, all this we'll be discussing on. And under update user information, this is a place where you can actually start hiring an employee. A new employee in Employee Central can be hired through this add new employee option, where a lot of details will be capturing during the process of hiring the employees. So all that we see here. And then if you have to mass export the employee data at a time, there might be 100 users in the system or 10,000 users in the system. If you want to get a report of all those employees in one single shot, you can get that through employee export. And if you want to mass import the employees, it's not that through front-end screening, I don't want to hire them one by one. Mass bulk at a time, I want to hire 100 employees. At a time, I want to hire 200 employees, kind of any requirement. So bulk data imports, import employee data is also an option. So these are all the various things that we see under Employee Central training in our coming up weeks. Okay. So this is a way you have the admin center page, which is totally in the control of the administrators and the consultants only. The general employees will not get the access to this. And this is a powerhouse from where we can actually control the system behavior, configurations and all. And here on the right hand side, you have the upgrade center, guys. So as I've been mentioning that every 6 months SuccessFactors is going to come up with new updates. So those updates can be installed from this upgrade center. The way in your mobile phone you go to your Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and you find the apps, the updates of them, all that, and you click on updates. Similar way, you just have to go onto this upgrade center and all module updates are listed there. You can also filter the updates of EC, updates of PMGM kind of, and on those updates you can go through the documentation of the update. So what is this update going to bring me? Is this good to me? Is this good for our organization? You can look at that and you can click on upgrade. So when we upgrade it, that will start replicating in the entire system. So each and every employee need not go and upgrade, guys. It is the administrator who will upgrade it. Obviously that feature, what is a new feature, will apply to all the employees of the organization. It's a system upgrade. Okay, so that is the way upgrade center functions. It's as simple as we update our mobile apps. If you are okay with the description given, what is this update about, you click on upgrade button. Within 2 minutes the upgrade will be done. It's not that you have to maintain a downtime, you have to do some testing after the upgrades, lot of testing, nothing required. SuccessFactors upgrades are very easily compatible with the existing processes. They will not disturb any of your existing configurations. Okay, and one more advantage is once you upgrade today, within 30 days you can even undo the upgrades. So you started, you actually as a HR of a company, you upgraded something. Okay, so if the employees are complaining saying that no, this feature is not good, the old feature itself is good, the old screen itself is good, we are not understanding this is not properly developed by SAP, there is some bug in it, any issues, so within 30 days you can undo that upgrade. So that it's like a Amazon money back policy kind of, where you buy a product and you get again return it, kind of similar. You upgrade it within 30 days, you can undo the upgrade as well. So that is also a good feature that SuccessFactors has given. So this is how the upgrade center has its capabilities, guys. So how it in detail we go and do it, we'll see in our regular sessions coming soon. Okay, so that is the way. And so this is basically to give you an idea of how the SuccessFactors system look like, the UI part of it looks like. And we also have a user level controls. So on the right hand top corner, every time the current logged in user name displays. So if we click on it, the user photograph displays. When we click on it, the user name and some options and all will display. Where if you go under the settings, so these are the settings that will be connected with this current user's login only, not the entire system. These are the settings of this current user's login. So if that user wants to reset the password, they can reset it any point of time by themselves. They need not even depend on administrators if they have to change their password and all. As simple as we change our Gmail password, Facebook password, and we can change it. And there is some password policy also will be displayed here, and we can configure this policy, which this also will be going to see in this week itself. The way how the password policies for an organization can be set: minimum length of the password, maximum length of the password, age of the password, characteristics of the password, all that we can configure this. And the language, guys. So whenever we log into SuccessFactors, we might be logging in one language, but if a user is interested to use the system in any other language, say if there is a Chinese employee, the Chinese employee might be good to use the system in Chinese. He might be interested in seeing the system in Chinese. Similarly, a Japan employee for in Japanese. Okay, like this. So Korea employee in Korean. So their respective languages, they might be more interested to look at the system. So in such cases, so we have the required multiple supported languages that can be listed here. Among them, the users can choose their own language preference and they can look at the system in that language. So as I told you, we have languages, 40 languages supported by SF. It is the customer that has to choose out of 40 which languages our employees should be having the opportunity to use it. So out of 40 languages, if a customer has decided to use 10 languages, okay, so those 10 languages what we activate will be listed here. So where do we activate? I'll show you. So out of 40, these are the 10 that are activated, say that are the 10 that are listed here. Almost there are like 14 here. So these 14 are activated in the system. Currently the user is in English US, so he's able to see everything in English. But if the user is interested to use the system in Korean, he'll just have to select the Korean and click on switch. So with this switch, the system auto translates the entire content into the Korean language. The standard SuccessFactors pre-delivered content will be auto translated. Anything that we created through customization, through configurations, any custom things, that is what we have to handle the translations. Okay, so if you see here, many areas are automatically translated into the Korean language, guys. So here you have all the list of module names converted into the Korean. The to-do list is Korean. Okay, the various other tiles, major tiles, everything went into Korean. Few things that are customized through our configurations that we created something in between, that is all under English, where we have to take care of the translations. Rest all is in actually by default in Korean, it got translated. Okay, even if you go into the internal pages everywhere, it will be in Korean. So like this, even if you use Hindi, we have also Hindi supported for India. We have Arabic supported for Middle East, like that. In Arabic, the script is something, normally Arabic script is not from left to right like Indian, like English or Hindi that you write this. Arabic is from right to left. Their alignment is from right to left. Their script is from right to left. So when you choose Arabic, this text changes into Arabic and the complete text starts from the right. Even the screen, the tiles what you see on the left hand side here, they will start appearing on the right. The employee name and all these details what you are seeing on the right, they will appear on the left. Totally the left and right alignment will changes if you choose the language as Arabic. So to that level, SuccessFactors will be dealing with. It's not only about changing the labels or into the Arabic language, the script alignment also, they completely, the screen alignment, everything they change it. So that is the way how we can actually handle the translations also. So manually, if we have to maintain any translations, how can we do also in our regular sessions? For every word, how do you maintain the translation? We'll be looking at. Okay. So now again, I want to come back to my English US, the normal language. I can switch back. So this is the way. So I just I can't read this Korean, guys. I just remembered the navigation and I just came back. It's not that I know Korean. That's it. Now the system is reloaded into English. Okay, and under the same under the same settings option, when we go, we have a few more options like the login page. Whenever we log in to now it is showing me in home page. But if I'm every time interested to directly get the system open in performance page or directly open the system in recruiting page, like that, if I want to select, I can also do that selections such that every time I log in, it will not show me the home page. It will directly land me in the performance page or a goal page, like that, according to my selection. That is also something that we can do under settings. And mobile application, SuccessFactors gives you a default mobile app, guys. So we need not configure anything for mobile app. It's a standard app. whatever configurations you do here in the desktop application, the same things will replicate in the mobile app. So that things also, so that mobile app also can be downloaded through settings. In the settings you have a place actually. Let me just quickly show you. So here under the mobile category at the bottom, you will have a place where you can actually download the both the Android version or the Apple version of the app actually. Okay, and for activating the app and all, you have just some QR code you have to scan from the SuccessFactors app. Once you install your SuccessFactors app in your mobile, there will be a QR code. So you need not log in with ID, password and all. You log in into your desktop version and scan this QR code with same ID what you are logged in here. With that ID in your mobile app also you'll be able to log in. You need not log in with ID and password in the mobile app like that they've given the login method, just with a QR code scanning. Okay, once you log in, it will not get expired. So that in the mobile you'll be continuously kept active until you specifically come and log off. That account will be completely logged. Okay, so that is the way how we can actually even make the advantage of the standard SuccessFactors mobile application, where we have no configuration to be done at a consultant level on that. It's all the standard SuccessFactors maintained and managed app totally. Okay, so this is all to give you guys a glance of how the SuccessFactors instance system, where all the customers, all the employees of the customer will be using the system, and even we as a consultants for configuration, we use this system a major part. You see this instance side, 85% of our configurations will be handled, guys. In the total configurations, maximum 15% of the things only we do in the provisioning, but 85% of the things we do in the instance only, in that admin center. All the configurations, calculations, workflows, business configurations, any logics, all that validations, everything is something that we handle under instance only. Provisioning part, the content what we do is very minimal. So provisioning side, it is all about what do you say? It's all about activations. So what modules are to be activated? In that module, what features are to be activated? What functionalities are to be activated? Out of 40 languages, if a customer is interested in having 5 languages, where is that 5 languages to be activated out of 40? All that is what we do in the provisioning side, guys. All about activation only, no configuration. Provisioning part is all about activations, just with a checkbox. You will have thousands of checkboxes in provisioning page, where it's all about with a checkbox you keep activating the features and functionalities. So those features what are activated there, here in the front end instance system, you can utilize them through configuration or anything. Okay, so that is what the provisioning and the instance part, two things we have it actually. Let me also quickly give you a glance of how the provisioning system looks like. Just a moment. I'll not take a long more time. Just quick preview. I just try to give you guys. Yeah. So this is how the provisioning system appears, guys. The backend provisioning system, where the login time into the system itself is very less, and the activities what we do in the system is very less. So the UI of the system is also not that great actually. So they don't invest much in this provisioning system UI. It's a simple UI, where this is a provisioning system that we can experience. And the company, for the instance, for which company instance we are looking at here in the front end instance part, that company related backend, this is a provisioning part. Okay, the name of the company will appear here in the hyperlink. Say if you are implementing for Coca-Cola Beverages Limited, Coca-Cola Beverages Limited, PepsiCo Beverages Limited, Turkish Airlines, Volkswagen Automobiles. So like that, whatever is a customer name, that customer name comes up here as a hyperlink. You just click on that hyperlink, that enters into that company specific page, where there are various things that will be part of this, where we don't access everything every time. It's only in a very rare case we go into any areas. These are all the standard SF areas. What area we have to majorly mandatorily go is the first one called company settings. The very first one called company settings. If we go under this is the place where the journey, the SuccessFactors configuration journey starts. So here under this company settings, you have actually thousands of checkboxes, guys. So here the settings start. From here till the bottom, you will have hundreds or thousands of checkboxes. You see, every line is starting with a checkbox. So what does the checkboxes mean is all about features and functionalities. Which feature required, which feature not required. So based on our discussion with the customer on the requirement gathering, we will activate all this. So here all modules, all 10 modules of SuccessFactors related activations are present. Every module consultant will come and deal with his module specific activations. It's not that you should be aware of all the checkboxes here. Your module related, there will be some around 20 or 30. You have to consider only that, like that. So that way, so we have some activations what we have to deal here. So among this, when you start activations from here, the early stage, you get this language packs. Under language packs, all the 40 languages what SuccessFactors supports today are all listed here. Among them, which languages your customer is currently opting to implement, only those languages we have to select, others will be deselecting. So which languages you selected here, only these are going to appear for the employee on the front end. So when I change it from English US to Korean, we saw around 14 languages at an employee choice. We did not see all the 40. So here those 14 what are selected here are the same that are appearing to the employee on the front end, like that. And going down, whichever modules you have a license. Say if you have a license for compensation management module, activate that. Under compensation management, then what are the various features and functionalities you have to activate. Like if you have a license for performance, activate it. Under performance module, what all features and functionalities required or not required, activate, deactivate them, like that. So a company, a customer might take a license for 2 modules, but coming here they might activate 5-6 modules. We cannot stop them. So that is why SuccessFactors every time restricts the access to this provisioning system only to a certified consultant. Certified consultant is the one who is responsible in going as per the license. If a customer has 2 module license, you are supposed to activate only those 2 modules for that customer. You are not supposed to activate a 3rd module from your login. Every module when it got activated, from which ID it got activated, that will be stored in the SuccessFactors registry. Tomorrow when an audit happens, if a customer is having only 3 licenses, but there are 5 modules activated, who is the consultant that activated those 2 areas, they can audit it and they can catch hold of you. Where there are situations where if that is happened, your SuccessFactors certifications will be terminated. So that is why SuccessFactors will keep this control with the consultants, not with the customer level. So no customer can get an access to the provisioning system. It is a responsibility of the certified SuccessFactors consultant to go in a way, check what are the licenses that their customer has and activate only those areas. That is the way. Okay. So this is about the provisioning system, guys, where it's all about activations only, nothing huge configurations, nothing happen here. So this is just to give you an idea of how the provisioning system looks like, nothing more to explore in this also. The maximum percentage of things that we do here in the provisioning part is 15%. The major share is on the instance 85%. Okay. So this is all that I want to give you at this first session with respect to what SuccessFactors is, how it functions, what are the modules in it, what are the systems, how the systems look, the terminologies in the systems, all this at a high level. So gearing up the things, from tomorrow we'll go into the further things about SuccessFactors. We have to know about SuccessFactors in 2 more sessions, few more things. Then into the configs level slowly we'll also turn into. Okay.
Hello,
Yeah.
Suresh.
Yeah,
Hello.
please.
Suresh, is for provisioning system, it is a one-time activity or frequently we can change it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So in the starting of the project is where we'll definitely come up. Later on, in between the project somewhere where some XML files are to be loaded. Okay, so most of the time, the activations and uploading of the XML files all will happen in the day 1 or day 2 itself. Later on, any changes on that content, we will come back to the provisioning, or else again at the go live time or movement of the configurations from development to quality to production. At those times will come. That's it. So it's very rare situations only we come into it. I don't say it's only at one time. Of course, we have to come in between, but only for few minutes. We come here, just do a small setting change or upload of a new version of an XML kind of. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suresh. For one client, there will be one provisioning account, or in one provisioning account, you can have multiple clients.
Very good. Again, it's a different question. The point is, one customer will have one provisioning in one instance. Say example, development system. I have customer, say Coca-Cola Beverages Limited is implementing SuccessFactors. In development, quality, production, we have three landscape. So we have to do development in one system, testing in the quality system, and production is the final system. So in every environment, they'll have the instance and provisioning. In quality, instance and provisioning. In production, instance and provisioning, like this. But end of the day, what it is, a customer will have one instance, one provisioning. That is where customer specific you have to understand. Environment level, you will have multiple. Is that clear till here?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Second point is, in one provisioning, can we have multiple accounts is also another point, where in the provisioning system currently I shown you that there is one hyperlink in the name of a demo system. When I logged in my ID, when I logged in, it's my credentials. This is the company demo company is what it is appearing, demo system. If I am a consultant working for two projects, in my login, two company names will be here. Guys, please mute your devices. Murtaza, please mute your device. Yeah. So here there is also a chance that if I am working on two projects parallelly, two company names can be listed here, because this is my login. This is not the customer login. What all projects one consultant is involved in, all that companies related provisioning systems can be seen by the consultant in one single login. Okay. But for instance side, you will have different logins. For provisioning, it is one consolidated login. Okay.
Yes, got it. Thank you, Suresh.
Suresh, I have.
Guys, one by
Suresh,
one by one. One second. Yeah, Janan, I guess. Can you go
Yes.
ahead?
So for EC for Employee Central, we have one XML file or multiple XML file.
We have 4 XML files.
Okay.
Okay. So any XML file is nothing what we configure, guys. We don't write even single line of code in any XML files. All are SuccessFactors standard pre-delivered. So there will be a website called help.sap.com. From there, the config files, the master config files will download from them and we'll upload into the customer's provisioning system on the day one of your implementation. That's it. So it's not that we do some XML coding. You should know some XML knowledge, nothing. Okay. It's all about standard files, download and upload. You will not do any coding of XML files at all. That is where people, before they start coming into SuccessFactors, they feel like XMLs are involved. I don't know coding. How can I handle all these questions come up? But don't bother about it. It's something that you have to just understand how to handle the XML files, where to download, where to upload, what is the thing that you follow during upload. That's it. No coding knowledge is required at all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Suresh,
yeah,
the thing is that you said that the customer will not have access to the provisioning system, right? So
exactly.
how SuccessFactor will provide that access to consultant? Like how it works? Like is it like
We have a tool
the
for
customer will say that who is your partner who will be implementing it, or how it works?
exactly. So we have a tool for that in the coming up sessions. The way how a consultant will access the customer's provisioning systems, how they will get the access to that. We have a dedicated session in it. On that, we'll discuss on that in detail. Okay. Yeah. Somebody else? Anybody else have any questions, gentlemen?
Hey, Suresh. So
Yeah,
I have one. Actually, I have a couple of questions, but
yeah,
let
go ahead.
me commence with first question. Like, how was your experience? Like, as you mentioned, right? SAP already provided all the modules here, and
Yeah.
there are few customizations. So how it's like, even though in SAP ERP, right, we have an modules, right, but still we use mostly the customization, the part of the things when we implement the things. How was your experience while you're working on this? So how much percentage the customization by customer, and how we are using that?
Okay, so very first thing that we have to understand is cloud-based solutions are every time the pre-packaged solutions. That is one underlying point that you have to understand. So it's not an on-premise solution. The way you have an ABAP, you can customize, you can create your own table, you can create your own module pool screen, WebDin Pro screen. It's not the way how the cloud products function. Okay, so this is the place where the best practices across the industries, across the products have been taken, and these kinds of cloud-based platforms will be developed. First thing. And of course, here also the SuccessFactors allows the customization under a concept called as MDF, metadata framework. The way you create some custom info types, custom screens and all in SAP HCM, ABAP, using ABAP and all. So here also using a MDF platform, metadata framework as a platform, SuccessFactors has given us the capability of creating our customizations, but of course within the limitations. It's not that completely a different thing I can develop. Okay, in SAP HCM, I being implementing SAP HCM solution, if my customer asks me some other application totally which is not relevant to OEM, PA, time, payroll, any of the HR solution, if they ask me a different solution also, I can start building it from a scratch level. I can design a separate table for it. I can design a module pool screen for it, workflows for it, messages for it, everything a custom thing I can develop using ABAP. But SuccessFactors level, that kind of customizations will not be encouraged at all. SuccessFactors is a HR system, HR related any applications we have in it here. Here you need anything like additional info types the way you maintain in HR. Here also if you want anything additional to be maintained, for that I'll give you a provision. Developing a complete scratch level new solution which is not part of this is not supported obviously. So that is how any cloud solutions will work. Okay.
Okay, awesome, thanks. So next question is like how we are going to extract the data into this, like if we are using PMGM talent module, right? So are we using existing data, or how it will be the implementation process for the data migration site point of site?
Yeah, definitely. For every module, if you want to bring your data of your existing systems into SuccessFactors solutions, before the go live, we do the data migrations. Even the employee data or the performance history, learning history, anything, templates in which formats we have to upload into SF. So in that format, we'll collect the data from the customer from their legacy system. That might be legacy, might be SAP HCM or any other HR product in the market. They have to provide the data finally in the SF compatible format, and we'll upload them. Every data migration is definitely possible. So that is where customers cannot lose their existing data, right? So before the go live, at least for 2 weeks, we spend only on data loads, legacy data loads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it means like their data will be the they can use their existing data based on the SuccessFactor formatting.
Exactly.
Right?
Definitely.
That we can do that while we are migrating the data.
Yeah, finally it should come into the SuccessFactors compatible format. In that format, will be uploading it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one last question.
Yeah, one second.
Sorry
So I think you are not clear with the previous question. So the point is an SAP HCM. So if you are having HCM background, the way in that SAP HCM system you have the info types. For every info type, you have a different file format, right? Different fields and all. So finally in SuccessFactors, when we are moving the data, in SuccessFactors also we have something called as portlets. There what you call as info types, here you call as portlets. For email addresses a different portlet, for phone numbers a different portlet. Okay, for address details, for family dependent details, like that, for everything you have a different portlet. Here the set of fields whatever they use might be a different. Okay, the main minimum fields like the relationship type, the name of the dependent related first name, last name, date of birth. These are the common fields. Apart from that, you might be having some other different fields here which are not there. There might be some fields which are there which are not present here. Any such kind of customizations, all that we do, and finally the data we convert into this SF compatible fields and we'll upload them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what's your last question?
Yeah, well, like as you said, like this is a cloud based, right? So of course implementation will be also in agile methodology.
Yes.
And after that, like suppose I still confused, like what is a SAP SuccessFactor consultant work, like if the project is finishing in 6 months, how the client gets support, because as you said, right, provisioning access will be only for PS consultant who is certified. So basically, who will be like, what is the durability? I mean to say, like in terms of as a consultant when you're as a entering into the SAP SuccessFactors.
Yeah, so projects will run across minimum like 6 to 8 months. A project will end-to-end will run. Okay, 6 to 8 months. So once that project is done, the companies will only get the support contracts as well. Say if IBM is implementing SuccessFactors for a customer, say 6 to 8 months they implement the project. After that, it is where the projects come into the support, AMS, all that. Where again for that support, a separate support consultant will be allocated. This time he will be given the provisioning access. In the implementation time, I am given the provisioning access. Now after the go live, I'm out of the project. I'll be removed from the provisioning access. I can't access that customer provisioning system anymore. That other consultant will be given. So he'll be handling it for tomorrow. From tomorrow, and the support tickets come. Most of the things in the support you can handle in the instance side itself. If anything in the provisioning level you have to handle, through that provisioning access, you will be entering as a support consultant. So anything that is required even through support activities on the provisioning part, customer cannot do it. They need a support of a implementation partner for sure, because only a consultant can have the access.
Oh yeah, awesome. Thank you. So I guess this will be, if there is a big changes, that they will go to a CR or something like can be handled in incident, something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Any other questions, gentlemen? Okay, I guess it is 7:50, so it's a working day. So if you guys have to log into your offices as well, I'll not take more time. So let us sign off for the day. So we'll again connect back tomorrow same time, gentlemen, 6:30 to 7:30. So from tomorrow, it's like few more things into the next level. Slowly we'll be getting up the things. So today's my concentration is all to give you guys a comfort level on understanding what SuccessFactors is, how it functions, what it has in store, and all. Okay.
Yes, Suresh, just one question, like, do you have any like details? I just received the email only for this meeting, but I don't have any course syllabus details. Like, are we going to visit every
Definitely,
day?
you'll be receiving it. So anybody not have the course content details, you'll be receiving it today, gentlemen. So you can just check with your counterpart from whom you have received the email. So they'll be providing you the course content detail file as well. Okay.
Suresh, one question.
Yeah, please.
You have shown to change the language. So how can the language be changed or translated for customized styles?
Yeah, that's what the translations, the way how we maintain, that's also a part of configuration. Once we are into the content, we'll also show you all that.
Okay.
Okay, so translation maintenance is part is our responsibility, but giving the translation of a word, say if a customer asked us to develop something custom, he asked us to add a custom field or anything, we add it in English. I am a consultant who know English. In English I add it, but if it is to be changed, the translation of it is required in Korean, Arabic and all. Customer has to provide the translated labels. We should not depend on any Google translation or anything. We have to list down. So these are all the customized things that we created in our configuration. We need the labels of these in the target languages. We have provide them a list of Excel, and they have to provide with the appropriate translations, and we'll upload the translations or manually maintain. We can do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.